you never know. You never know what kind of whistle you're going to get on the road. Um, but you always have to have kids prepared. Last year we didn't have a lot of choice because we didn't have any depth at the guard spots. We were kind of like Oregon is right now. There's a lot of teams that have to go through that every year. This year, fortunately, we do have some depth. Um, but as a coach, sometimes less is more. Just because you have 6 or 7 guards doesn't mean you're going to play 6 or 7 guards. We usually play 4.5, 4 3/4, 5. You know, our first 2 guards off the bench have been Ramon and Terrence. And it just so happened that Terrence is the one that really stepped up the other night. But you could see it coming in practice. He went through his tough days. They all do. And then once they get on the other side of it, they usually take off from there. But I think one of the hardest things for media and fans to understand is the inconsistency of freshmen. When a guy has a great game, you automatically think he's going to roll. Usually what's followed by a great game is a bad game, especially for freshmen. I never assume they're going to play great after they play great. I hope they do, but it usually doesn't work out that way. So sometimes we create our own expectations, personal or individual expectations, and all you've done is set that kid up for failure. Then you want to know, well, what happened to him? Nothing. Look at Jarris. Every time Jarris has played a great game, check his box scores, see what he did the day after. Look at Tremont. In a lot of ways, Tremont is a third semester player. He doesn't have a lot of experience playing here. But that's why we have a good team. We don't need Terrence to score 16 every night. We don't need Jarris to score 20 every night. But I'd rather have solid, good consistency than a great game now and then. So what we're always fighting with young kids is just consistency. And it takes them a long time to get there. If all this stuff that we did was easy, then every team would have consistency across the board. But next game may be Ramon. Right now, Emmanuel's behind those two. So, he's fighting to get in there. And there's no doubt in my mind that Emmanuel's going to be an important player for us down the road. And up front, JVA's in that position. JVA played almost 8 minutes the other night and had no rebounds. Whereas couple games before, whenever that was, he had a double-double. Didn't surprise me. That's what freshmen do. And JVA is a freshman. He's only 19. Whereas he played some last year, but he played, in blowouts. He didn't play any significant minutes. So this is the first time he's done that. So, as a coach, you're always juggling things. There's the best way I would describe coaching the team is just a juggling act. Everything's fluid. The 2 guys that usually have the most consistency for us is Jamal and Marcus. Everybody else, we're still looking for it, but it's early. There's no conclusions made this early season. We played 5 games, and seems strange, but we're still in the month of November. So we're just trying to get kids to latch onto their roles and settle into them and get some consistency through understanding what's expected of you.